language and is intended only for mature audiences.
Blimey, Charlie. Hi! Oh, has it been 24 hours since last stream? No, please, God, don't tell me it has. Right, folks, how you doing? Just to let some people, just to let you know, this is the Super Chat square up from yesterday's Real BBC. So if you missed yesterday's Real BBC and you're just like, yes, it's today's Real BBC. No. That was yesterday, but it's up. It's up for your viewing pleasure on my channel right now. We had Mauler. We had Just Some Guy. And obviously, my hostess with the mostess, Gary from Nerdrotic as well. And we talked. The video should be okay now. I've cut the NBC bit out. We watched the theatrical trailer for Buck Rogers in the 25th Century from 1978-79. And NBC Universal were just like, no! No! How dare you? How dare you watch this 45-year-old trailer that has no relevance today whatsoever because we haven't done anything with the property in 40 years. That's it, NBC. You stick it to me. We're going to claim all of your stream, your 5 hours and 15-minute stream. All of it. It's all our money now. It's all our money now. No. How would you like to proceed? Cut out the clip. Yeah, they sure showed me. They sure showed me. So yeah, if you didn't see yesterday's Real BC, it was a humdinger, folks. It was a humdinger. The audience were phenomenal. We got 4,000 people concurrent, 3,970, 30 people off, 4,000 people concurrent, and it was like almost like a straight line of people watching in terms of, no drop. I was amazed. I was absolutely blown away at the sport. That was 5 hours. Normally, you get to like hour 3 and people are just like, oh, man. I gotta have a shit. But no, it was just like line of people watching. Hours. 3,999 people were there to see Mauler. Oh my god. So because we did so much talky, we didn't get very far into the super chats. Not massively far, a little bit, but not massively far, because you guys again were just like. So I said, right, I'll give you 2 options. I can either stay on and do the super chats for you guys now on the stream, or I can come back tomorrow. And because it was such a hot day yesterday and I was melting, the chat were just like, come back tomorrow. And I was just like, yo, man, that's so good. I remember I've got another stream in 2 hours time right here. So we're gonna smash through some stuff. Because at 8 o'clock we have what toys. We have What Toys with Robert Meyer Burnett on this channel as well. So hoping to get through this in an hour and a half, that would be perfect. Perfect. Then I can just get ready for the stream later on and then do that stream as well. No, they didn't delete the last 5 hours of the stream. They just edited out the 2-minute clip of Buck Rogers, 3-minute clip, whatever. So it's gone from 5 hours, 15 minutes down to 5 hours, 12 minutes. Oh my God. Oh my God. What will I do? I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to go through these super duper duper chats. So we left it off at Liebermeister with a $5 super chat. And he said, did you know that J. Michael Straczynski was a writer on the 2012 Thor movie, directed, by the way, by Kenneth Branagh? What do you... with that out of the way, what do you think about Babylon 5? Well, Gary and I, we're going to watch all of Babylon 5, and then we're going to have a real BBC that's just dedicated to talking about Babylon 5. There you go. Perry! I love you, Perry! I miss you, Perry. That's the only pisser about Twitter is Perry, I love you, I miss you. Come back to me, Perry. Sorry, I clicked somebody's message for review by mistake. Hold on. No, I can't undo it. Sorry. I was clicking down to try and click onto Perry, and I clicked somebody's message off by mistake. Sorry. It's just the way it goes. That's just the way it goes. Diddle-oo, diddle-oo, diddle-oo. I better make a move on, otherwise we'll be here forever and ever and ever and ever. Yeah, so whoever's message I just held for review that I can't unreview, whatever, never mind. Daz Pooch with a $10 says, Babylon 5 has had a lot of bad luck. Sinclair's actor left over severe mental illness. Talia's actor left for bigger roles, and rather than recast them, he wrote the arcs for the new characters, Sheridan, Alita, etc. Yes, I think we actually went through that comment. If it ain't woke, don't fix it with a $20. Cheers. Please don't say for the longest time I'm old and can't get Billy Joel out of my head. Can't get Billy Joel out of my head. Boy, you're... Cheers to not being a millennial, and Mauler is 244 officially melted. Yes. Gary Ghoul Angelus, press Tolkien interview. Love you guys. Okay. Thank you. Some of that I understood, some of it not so much. C'est la vie, I guess. Le Chevalier de Lys with a 5 Canadian. Hail to the F4. Oh, I take that's fantastic for me, Gary, Mauler, just some guy. Yeah, I can take that. Hail to the Fantastic Four of you. Lols. Speaking of actual good conversation on TV. Oh, what? I just rewatched Measure of a Man. So good. Are there any TNG comics? Yes, there are. There was a run of, I think it was 100. There was a run of 100 Next Generation comics from DC. And they started in, I think, 1988. And I have the whole run of them. In actual fact, I bagged and boarded the whole run of them on the real BBC with Gary. There you go. So yeah, you can pick him up. You can pick him up for cheap. I picked them up for like 50 pence a comic. So yeah, you can get it. SN441 with a $20 super chat says, greetings to the panel and to the chat. Anyone remember a DC program to trade in manga for comics? Obama wants to buy America. Wants you to buy America. The program to trade in manga for comics. No. Never gonna happen. Hey, do you want to trade in your manga, which has got cool characters, cool action, well-written, well-developed storylines, sexy characters as well, so you can have a little bit of titillation? Or do you want some fatso like me, who's dyed her hair black and is obviously part of the alphabet community, because that's just by the by now in a Western comic. Everybody's gay, everybody's gay. Who doesn't like her mum because her mum's like gorgeous and sexy and it's like a hero, and she's just like, oh my god, everyone's against me because I'm such a oh my god. No. No. Take your big fat fucking ginger blackhead and fuck off. Right. Do you want to trade? You want some children of the atom, and all we got to do is take away your bleach? I just want to say this very quietly. Fuck off! John Parson with a $5 super sticker of a little Japanese doggy woggy with a paintbrush, and it's saying nice one or something like that. It's very difficult to read, I gotta say. It's very, very difficult to read what the little doggy's saying. Claudio Rogojan, that is completely butchered, by the way, with a $5 says, another show that ended badly was True Blood. I checked out when they made Bill the villain. Nice going, making the main character unlikable. I never watched True Blood. I have a lot of female friends that watch True Blood. I wonder why. And every one of them, I do remember there was this period of my life, not time of the month period. There was this period in my life where every one of them, every single one of them was complaining about the ending of True Blood. It was like a dumpster fire that was never going to end. It's just like, when is this end? Every time, it's just like, oh, hey, do you watch True Blood? No, I don't watch True Blood. Oh, they just finished, and it says been off. And it's okay. Look, you just were tuning in for the men with the top off. Just cover up. Kilted Kaijin with a $5 says, I just got an old box of comics from my dad. Inside are the original Falcon, Amethyst, and Magic are in there amongst others. I want to stream it. Do it then. If you want to stream it, man. Get onto your tubes of you. If you've got an account, get your books out. Stream it. Video it. Do whatever what you want with it, man. Share it with the world. My sketchbook 340 with a $5 says, questions. Can comics be successful again? Comics are successful, just not Western comics. Eastern comics are insanely successful. Absolutely insanity of successful. Even the culture behind it is insane, because these sell incredibly. They're the most pirated comics in the world as well. And also, the culture in Japan, for a lot of people, is you buy them, you read them on public transport or whatever, and then you just leave it on the seat for someone else to pick it up and read on their journey. So there is a crazy, unbelievable culture surrounding manga, and yet it is the most successful because it's great. People are really gravitating towards it. They really love the stories. They're different stories. If you read the Chuck Dixon interview, there are different stories. It's Western comics that are fucked. It's Western comics that are fucked because they just hide a bunch of disgusting, filthy, piss-stinking ideologues who just came in and went, I don't care about your history, okay? I need to tell you my truth, all right? And their truth is they're fucking retarded. That's their truth. They can't see past ideology. They can't see past race, sexuality, gender. They're bigots, which make them bigots. And that's why we have the destruction of our Western industry. Because they have no respect for what they're writing. They have no respect for the characters, the company, the history, the lore, the continuity. None. Let's just make Tim Drake's a gays. Because I want to. You know that Wolverine guy? He's going to suck some dick now, okay? Because, like, I suck dick. So if Wolverine sucks dick, then I can be like, oh my God, we're like twinsies. We're like dick-sucking twinsies. Oh. That's the Western industry, folks. So until those degenerate harpies have fucking run out the industry, it ain't ever going to change. And while cowards are running the companies who won't do anything about it, nothing's going to change. Nothing. So yeah, comics are successful, just not the Western comics. And they've destroyed it themselves. Meanwhile, thriving industry over in the East that's capturing more and more people every day because of it. Should comic creators trade in for the manga model? Do you think crowdfunding is a sustainable model? These are good questions, by the way, dude. Should comic creators trade in for the manga model? Chuck Dixon said it in his interview, and I think he's absolutely correct. If the Western creators try to mimic manga, they'd only fuck it up. They'd only fuck it up because they don't understand. Well, they maybe they do understand what makes it successful, but they just wouldn't be able to help themselves to stick their own. I got to put my own bit on this. I got to put my own bit on this, and it's just gonna be dreadful. Can you imagine somebody like a fucking Max Visaggio trying to write a manga? Bitch can't sell a fucking comic to save their life. No, they would fuck it up. If you read the Chuck Dixon interview, which is, again, I have to say, it was really good. Chuck Dixon was like, they've got manga about fishing. And not just one manga about fishing. They have multiple different manga about fishing. So if you, and he's like, we're not talking about fishing on a planet far, far away. We're not talking about fishing in a post-apocalypse or vampires or this or that. No, we're just talking about people going out fishing, and yet the characters and the stories they create around that are so fun, they sell. So could you see Western creators doing that? I couldn't. They can't even write a fucking hero. More to the point, they don't even know how to write a hero. Do you think the crowdfunding is a sustainable model? I think it could be sustainable if we're looking at more graphic novel orientated projects. But if you're talking about parts, you know, oh, I've got a 5-part story that I want to tell, a 6-part story, and you're putting a comic out once every 2 years, that's not sustainable. That ain't sustainable. Because people are going to drop off massively, you know, particularly when you're talking about, you know, 48 page or something like that. No, you know, stuff like that's got to come out with pretty decent regularity to hold any interest at all. So yeah, if you're looking at crowdfunding, I would say projects that are more orientated towards, hey, Athena, how you doing, buddy? Graphic novel orientated, self-contained stories. I think they've got a much better chance. But yeah, you got to get your books out. You know, you got to get your books out, and they got to come out in a decent time, and you can't start using the excuse of, well, you know, we put a due date on it, and if it doesn't come out, it doesn't come out. You can't do that. These customers, we're all customers at the end of the day. We've purchased a product, and you've told us, you know, oh, it's going to take us a year to get this out. Okay. And then a year turns into 18 months, and 18 months turns into 2 years. And you're just like, okay. Or I mean, I've got like 11 pages, 13 pages of Indiegogos that I've personally backed. I'm never going to see, I think, 4 of those comics. I'm never going to see them. They've been backed. They've been funded. I've had, you know, the money. They've got the money. We're never going to see the comic. Never going to see the comic. So yeah, I think self-contained graphic novel, something chunky for us to get into. But yeah, miniseries and stuff like that, that's got to be tighter. That's got to be tighter. I used to spend about $100. Athena says I used to spend about $100 a week on new books. Then about 3 years ago, I couldn't take it anymore. Stop buying new altogether, and they wonder why they're failing. That's exactly the same. I picked out that comic, so I was exactly the same. I had a massive pull list. I used to have a huge pull list: Batman, Detective Comics, Legends of the Dark Knight, Shadow of the Bat, Robin, Nightwing, Catwoman, Azrael, Superman, Action Comics, The Man of Steel, Green Lantern, Green Arrow, Wonder Woman, Legion, and there was more. There was more, and that's just the floppies. Then, of course, I was, you know, the mini series, the one shots that were always coming out to do with these various properties as well. And so I was spending, you know, I was spending hundreds, yeah, a couple of £100 a month on comics with all the back issues that I was picking up as well. When Gary and I decided to stop purchasing modern day comics from mainstream media, DC, Marvel, etc., my pull list was down to one comic. It was down to just Batman. And that was only because a little bit OCD, not massively, but a little bit OCD. And it was like on issue like 90 something. So I just wanted to get it to 100 and then, you know, cut it off there. But when you're not even picking up Detective Comic, you know, what? Oh, man. Something's fucking wrong, you know. I think I dropped Detective Comics when they introduced the Arkham Knight to the comics, and then they revealed it to be a fucking whammon. And then I was just like, oh, I'm just done. I'm done. I'm just fucking done. You couldn't even come up with a decent fucking story for that either. Okay. Hey, look, it's the fucking woman again. I bet you didn't see that. Oh, everyone saw that coming. Everyone, even you? Oh. And you're blind. Yeah, okay. But you saw it coming. Okay. Oh, every fucking time. Just stop with the identity politics, please. Because And before he said, but as there's nothing wrong with intrinsically there's nothing wrong with a woman, but it's current day, folks. It's not 20 years ago when identity politics wasn't a thing. Now it's a strongky sister woman time to do the strongky woman things. We're just going through it now. Katiana or Katina or Cantina. I'll have a coffee, please. Reed, there you go. I think you got your money's worth out of that question. Iron Caster with a $5. Has any plans on playing the critically acclaimed Catgirl Simulator Final Fantasy 14 soon? I've been playing a lot of it just off stream. I've been going for my relic. I think my relic is now 515, and it's got the flaming. Because I'm a samurai, it's got the flaming effect. So I'm on the neck, and I've just done this massive grind of having to get 30 of an item from critical assaults or whatever they're called, and then just the fates, and you got to do it in 3 areas. So you got to get 30, 60, 6, 12, 180, and they're random. So you just but yeah, I'm playing it. I might play it on stream soon, but yeah, I'm playing it off stream. I do loves it. I do loves it, but sometimes the grind is real, and I just went through a big grind. So the next part of the quest was you go to this raid, and you need 15 of an item. You get 3 per raid, so you got to do the raid 5 times in effect. I did the raid once. I got the first 3 items. I queued up when it popped, because you got to wait for it to randomly pop. I queued in. We were 3/4 of the way through the raid, and Final Fantasy 14 crashed last night. So I when I log back in, I'm not going to get anything from that. So I'm going to be back to just one lot of 3. The Iron Omega with a $5 says, hail all, hail, scot-free. With a £2 says, just some guy, what's your main guitar at the moment? It's the one on the left. There you go, it's the one on the left. Cecil says with a $2, are you streaming without Gary, Mauler, and just some guy soon? Yes, today, right now, boom, on my own. Huron the Steadfast, that was in relation to some shenanigans that were going on yesterday. Huron the Steadfast with a 5 Canadian. Mauler, what do you think of the Dead Space series? I like it a lot. There you go. Ian with a £50 super chat. Your point on piracy reminds me of the late great Terry Pratchett and how he was quite proud of reputedly being the most shoplifted author in the UK. That's brilliant. But Terry Pratchett, R.I.P. Terry Pratchett. Capital Satire with a $10 says, love all of your contents. You guys keep up the work against the woke agenda. Just some guy knew you were from Chicago area. Never knew you grew up in the same Ford City area. There you go. Stalker detected, please. Stalker detected. Sorry. Yeah, I really like Dead Space. I think that's pretty good. Yeah, I really quite like Dead Space. Yeah. It's not bad. It's not bad. Not bad. Wait a minute. Is Azamola? Daily Dose with a $5 says, Mauler. Yes. Because I care for your mental health, I'm telling you not to watch the new Space Jam. Warning, they recast your favorite Arnie character. Stay away. I haven't even watched the first Space Jam. Never mind the sequel. So I'm convinced. Oh my god, there you go. People are like, oh my god, spot on us. Boom. Got him. Got him. Gray Gatto with a $5 says, love to hear your thoughts on I am not Starfire. Well, he says I am not Starfighter, but I think he means I am not Starfire. Hey, look, I've got a video up about it. Yellow Flash has got videos up about it. I think Just Some Guys got a Ricky Gervais video up about it. Young Ripper has got videos up about it. So there's tons of stuff, and I believe it's out in 2 days. I think it's out on Friday. It's either out today or it's out on Friday. But it's The Last Starfighter. No, he says I am not Starfighter, as in I am not Starfire. So he's blended the two, but it's quite funny. So yeah, it's due out any day now, put it that way. And I think Yellow Flash is gonna buy it. And he's gonna roast it on his channel on Saturday night at the movies. Who cares what picture you see? Jack Bradley with a £2 says, just bought myself Deathstroke, the Terminator #1. Good. Nice. That's good stuff. Judo Cricket with a $10. Gary's explanation of Loki as a bad version of Doctor Who hurt my fifis. Well, I think he's kind of, hey, there's Just Some Guy. I've never seen Az this close up before. Where did he go? You found it. Oh, there you go. It's almost like he's in my room. Look, 3D. I'd invite you in, but we'd just get talking, and then I'd miss my other podcast. So I'm trying to keep it as succinct as possible, but I keep getting sidetracked because that's just the way it is. It's so. Oh, by the way, people are saying, "Well, how hot is it in the UK?" It started off cooler today, and now it's back to being hot as balls. I do have a little portable AC device on its way that's probably going to arrive while I'm streaming. So I'm probably not going to get any use out of it today, but I might get some use out of it tomorrow. I don't need ice cubes. I just need to put water into it. And that apparently is going to do the do for me. So we'll see. We'll see. We will see. Sorry, I'm getting... Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've been made aware of this as well. A couple of people now brought my attention to this, so I better say it. Daniel Kibblesmith is currently writing Blade. Daniel Kibblesmith, who said he didn't buy the New Warriors when he was a kid because the black guy scared him. That's what he said. Because the black guy scared him. He's writing Blade. Or should I say, Blade sits down and has a nice picnic in the field on a Sunday afternoon while discovering his true sexuality. Okay, there we go. Imperial Fists with a $5 says Alligator Loki is the Chad version of Loki. Go on, just realize it and admit it's the only truth in this life. I would say that, but Richard E. Grant's Loki at the end of episode 5, he kind of, to me, he won. He won the battle of the Lokis, creating an illusionary Asgard while hamming it up and then laughing in the face of death. Chad numero unos. Kudot the artist with a $10 super chat. Thank you. Loki outsmarted the Avengers and S.H.I.E.L.D. geniuses like Tony Stark, Black Widow, Bruce Banner, Nick Fury. Not only is his power downplayed, his intellect is severely downplayed. Oh, absolutely. Massively. As we said yesterday, when he's fighting Captain America one-on-one in Germany, he's toying with him. He's playing with his food. He's not even going out. He's not doing anything. He's just, you know? So, yeah. His intellect's downplayed. His physical prowess is downplayed. His magic is downplayed. Everything about the character, it's a the character doesn't resemble anything like the 2012 Loki. Not a single jot. Not a little bit. That 2012 Loki was a nasty little bastard, and it was great. It was great to see. This guy is brushing off bullets. He's getting shot at by all sorts of guns, and he's just like, as in, stop pestering me. This is a guy that toys with Captain America in Germany, and then he gets thrown out of a train by two conductors. Absolutely fucking shit. Catches the arrow when Hawkeye fires an arrow at him, correct? Yeah. This guy is just an absolute it's not the same character. You can't even equate the characters because it's not the same character. He gets picked up by the the Watchamajiggy police, and then time cops, and then suddenly turns into a woman who can't stop crying. Just can't stop fucking crying from episode 1 to episode 6. Loki knows all there is to know about the crying game. Douglas Nelson with a $5 says, thanks to Loki, we now know what the David Tennant, Jodie Whittaker Doctor Who crossover would be like. Not that I wouldn't want it. Not that it wouldn't happen. But anyway, Douglas, no. No. I can't. I can't do this Doctor Who business anymore. I just can't. I can't. There's a video I'm going to do about Doctor Who. That voice, sing it. Yeah, I probably would. I know all there is. No, Loki does. Fuck! Fucked it up. I said I know. She said Loki knows. Yeah. I got a video coming out about Doctor Who. It's most likely going to come out tomorrow. But we got a Doctor Who video coming out tomorrow. Oh. Well, when you get smashed around the place like Hulk did to Loki, and Loki's still intact and in one piece, do you really think a couple of fucking train conductors are going to do anything to that boy? No. No, they're not. Luke with a £5 super chat says, Mr. H Review says he loves looking series I think you mean he loves the Loki series. I hope he's joking. Hi, Az. Hi, Gary. Hi, Mola. Hi, Just Some Guy. Great show tonight. Thank you, Luke. No, I've heard that he really likes it. I mean, you know. Okay. Let's just move on. Swinging Cod with a $10 says, said it a dozen times, back to Pope. $2 price point parents will pay. Spinner racks everywhere, returnability, operate at a loss for 2 to 5 years to rebuild base. There's no base. Editorial code to give parents comfort. Swinging Cod, you're missing one massive flaw. The massive flaw is A, they don't want to. B, you need to get rid of everyone in the industry at the moment. Pretty much. You pretty much need to get rid of every single person from DC, Marvel, IDW, fucking I think the only one, Image, pretty much, yeah, fuck Image can go as well. You just gotta do that first before you can even build on a structure. The very, very first thing that you need to do is put out comics that people want to read. That's the very, very first thing that you need to do. But they don't want to make comics that people want to read. They want to make comics that their peers. How can a piss-stained fucking cat piss woman be a peer? Pats you on the back and says, "Oh my god, that was amazing," and then go behind your back and say, "We need to kill that fucking bitch." And then people go, "Zoe, calm down, Zoe. Fucking hell, you've already notched up one. You know, ooh, easy." Claudio Rogojan with a $5 says, another show that ended badly. Wait, what? I think you're repeating yourself. I've already gone through that one, dude. But you must have put 2 super chats with the same message because, oh, bless his heart. Yes, we did the True Blood one. Athenon's $100 super chat came in then. Hail Asgari Mola, an extra hail to Just Some Guy. So happy to see you on BBC. I've laughed, I've cried. I've not seen Black Widow or Loki, and I don't think I'm missing anything. No. Remember our heroes, the new stuff is zeros. We used to have heroes. We don't have heroes anymore. We have sitting and eating and talking and emasculation and lecturing and hypocrisy. Take your pick. We've had a bunch of them. Ajax the Greatest with a $10 says, can y'all talk about the plot for a moment? What actually happened in this show? Was the bombing really just a distraction? Was that her plan until Loki broke it? Melting was the answer, not love? Go check out my Loki reviews. They will explain everything that you need to know about Loki, Ajax. Long story short, spoiler alert, it's shit. The Sad Clown's Hemorrhoid, with a $2 super chat. No message, but thank you. Ivan with a $2. As remember when you said Batwoman is just naff? Oh, wow. That was the very first episode, okay? That was the very first episode. It's just naff. By the end of season 2, when you start out at naff, where do you think you're going to be by the end of season 2? Spoiler alert, you know. Particularly when you're not even remotely interested in saving your show. The Uber Geek with a £2. What film would get a 10 out of 10 from Mola? No film, because you need to leave yourself a little wiggle room in case something better comes along. Thank you, Mola. There you go. Thank you, Mola, for that. Luke again with a £5 says, hail the real BBC! What is everyone's take on the Hasbro's latest claim? Well, somebody from Hasbro Toys has come forward and said that they're really pushing the critical race theory business, and they've hired the people who fucked up something, who already fucked up something through critical race and shit. It's really annoying because Hasbro does Transformers and G.I. Joe, and I like them. I like them. But now I'm sort of like, because I don't like when racism is taught to children. That's called indoctrination. And I don't like grifters, like these race grifters who are just trying to make a buck off their color, because that's all they are as well. Stephen DeB with a £5 says, a cheeky fiver towards a new fan, as you're looking like it, you're melting, mate. I know the feels. Has Gary got his butt? Has Gary got off his butt and watched any Red Dwarf yet? No, he hasn't. I'll tell you that for nothing. Ivan with another $5 super chat says, whatever happened to Mark Waid? He sort of just disappeared. Yeah, he created his own group of comics or universe, whatever. What is it called? Humanity First. Then he hired Kwanzaa, who himself is a race grifter and a shit writer. Sorry, that's not fair, Kwanzaa. You're not shit. You're dog shit. You're absolute dog shit. And then they made a series about teenage heroes who were villains and bullies. And then he fired Kwanzaa from his own book because Kwanzaa is dog shit and a race grifter. And ever since then, he's probably in an office right now shouting at himself. He's blacklisted from Hollywood, so none of his stuff is ever gonna made because everyone knows he's a fucking psycho. So he's never gonna get anything done in Hollywood. So he's just a bitter, horrible man, who's now just living with all his own insecurities. So it's a happy ending for all of us. Swinging Cod with a $10. In RE, my last super chat, not calling for a return to the CCA, but a published editorial code from each company stating the content on spinners to be toned to 8 to 13-year-olds. No. Adult content sold in the comic shops. No, it's completely unnecessary. Daniel with a $100 super chat as well. You four are amazing and responsible for maintaining my sanity. Consider this a medical bill payment. Want a wild flashback ride? Take a look at the 1979 Buck Rogers pilot opening. It's just hot woman in sexy catsuit poses for 3 minutes, making fuck eyes at the camera. That is true. Then we watched it. Fake Holiday is praying the black film doesn't. Oh, that's going to be so funny. Yeah. Remember how White complete and utterly bombed? Never mind. Don't worry. Do you remember how Black didn't even really sell anyway? But, you know, Netflix were just like, did you say the word black? Holy shit. How many fucking miniseries do you want? Can we have some gays in there as well? All right, Netflix, calm down. Calm down, Netflix. Jesus Christ. Yeah, that's when we played the Buck Rogers 1978-1979 theatrical opening, where we got this far beyond the world singing away, and it's just these women from the film in White hasn't even come out yet. Okay. And it's just women in sexy cat suits looking at you going, do you want to fuck me? I'd fuck me. And we're like, yeah, I do. Erin Gray. Oh, peak Erin Gray. Luke with a £1 fitty phallic. Swag. Sfinstead with a 20 Danish says, miss old fantasy video game covers. Oh, they were great. They were like Frank Frazetta type of businesses. They were awesome. Darius Munchausen with a $1 fitty phallic. Zwog. So nearly 2 in a row there. Kenneth LaRock with a 10 Canadian says, for a cup of tea. Oh, that's simply lovely. Lovely, I say. Bunfuzzle Bro with a $5 says, that editor is really talented. He edited the whole show one-handed. I think that's the Buck Rogers reference. Are you editing? Yes. I mean, yes. Right Side with a $4 super chat. No message, but a $4 super chat. Thank you, Right Side. Okay, I've got to wrap this up in 40 minutes. So I gotta push on a little bit forward. Emblazon 64. Well, at very least 40 minutes. At very most 40 minutes, I should say. Emblazon 64 with a $5 New Zealand dollars says Buck Rogers came out before I was born, and I have it on the Dover Does. I need to watch it again. I gotta be honest, I bought series 1 yesterday after the stream. And I watched the first 3 episodes digitally. It's a real campy poo. It's funny. I liked it. David Hart with a $2 says Vita and her friends look like his friends. Her friends, yeah. Vita and her friends, that's right, yeah. Look like McDonald's employees. Well, I don't want to disrespect McDonald's employees because I think they're way I mean, I'm talking about the McDonald's employees here. They're way overtrained for them to get anywhere near their business. I don't think Vida Ayala could get a job as a fucking McDonald's employee. And that's not having a go at McDonald's employees because you work hard. You work hard. Vida doesn't like to work hard. They just like to write the same fucking character in every fucking book and do the same fucking thing over and over again because they're talentless. Sif4 with a $2 says, no, wait, I've missed one. But they say they look like the slow class. We're on to the picture of the editorials now. John Jenkins with a $20 super chat says, hi guys, I have a friend that's never seen an MCU movie and watched Loki and liked it. That got me wondering, if you had no knowledge of the MCU, would you guys still see Loki in the same light the disaster it truly is? Well, if you just look at it from an objective viewpoint, your main character is I would say, if you said to me at the end, right, who's Loki? From what you watched of the series of Loki, who's Loki? I would say Loki is a sniveling coward who can't fight, who has to hide behind women's skirts, who is emotionally unstable because they cry all the time, and they're useless at every single thing that they do. They're kind of like the David Brent of superpowered beings. And if they went, no, that's kind of not what Loki is, then I'd be like, And then somebody said, hey, Az, yeah, watch Avengers, and then tell me who Loki is. And then I'll watch Avengers and I'll come out being like, what? Who was that guy in that series? KC Dimitrescu with a £1 super chat, no message, but they follow it up immediately with a £1 fiddy phallic. I see a two-parter swinging card, dude. Thank you, man. I will get onto that as soon as I can. Jacob B with a $5 says, if they do a Transformers movie with the Lesbicons, all of the Lesbicons need to be modeled off of Subarus. No, U-Hauls. It'll just be a big U-Haul fight. Just be one big U-Haul fight. Transforming into U-Hauls, throwing their fucking luggage out. You can take that, bitch. Take your fucking luggage. You can fucking go somewhere else. Then another lesbian transformer transforms into U-Haul and puts the luggage onto the U-Haul. And it says, do you want to move in with me? And then they drive 5 feet down the pathway and then they've already split up. And then they throw the fucking luggage out the U-Haul again. And another fucking lesbian U-Haul's got to come in and grab the luggage and go, we're dating now. Just a rumor I heard, that's all. Back when entertainment was gold, with a $5 says, Samus is thick. Hail, real BBC. Samus. Of course, talking about the real name of Metroid. Why can't Metroid crawl? Mikey of the Long Road, or Mickey, one of the two. Mikey, I'm going to say, with a $5 says, you guys need to look up Flash Git's Transformers animation. Maybe later. Ralph Mack with a 2 Australian says, playing Fallout New Vegas mod that lets me play Fallout 3. Why don't you just play Fallout 3? I'm confused. Joel Reyes with a €2 says, beware. Portable AC units are commonly very loud. I'll take a bit of noise. As we can't hear you. I don't care. I'm cold and it's lovely. David Park with a £5 says, as we Brits don't need fancy air conditioning, not when we have dish towels to hand. Exactly. See how quickly this was to hand? Yeah, exactly. Crazy Cat Guy with a $1 fiddy phallic. And then Crazy Cat Guy with a $1 fiddy ice cream for Gary. Then Crazy Cat Guy with a $5 good job super sticker as well. It's really hot. If I had a hair transplant, I'd be fucked. Because I'm so used to the heat just dissipating through the top of my head. If I had a hair transplant and the hair's like trapping the heat, I'd be like, wouldn't be good. Taker 610 with a $2 says, I can't wait for crying Ultron and Thanos. Oh, they're coming to cry on your doorstep. True Pop Culture with a £5 says, love you guys. Tear Loki apart. I made a short meme clip of you. Hope you see it. It's named Dreams of Mola, Gary, and Az, and it's on YouTube. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. Let me see if it's presentable. I know. Let's have a look. Oh, here we go. Okay. Let's just hope there's no N-words in here. Let's play this. Okay. I think I gotta change my audio setting for a sec. I'll change it back after, don't worry. So I think I've got to change it to that for the time being. Now let's do this. We're doing okay. I think we're doing okay. So this is only 1:14. Let's have a look. I just kept having busty Asian dreams. It was great.
That's awesome. That's way better than what I was dreaming about. I was dreaming about asteroids destroying the Earth.
I fucking knew it.
I had a spooky dream. I'm jealous now.
Ooh.
And then there was ambient sounds of spookiness. I don't know what the drink was, but I was holding something. You have you're holding the cup and it breaks off at the handle, but the cup doesn't fall because you're in a spooky mansion with ghosts or whatever. Wow, my hand just got really light. And then you look at it, and this is what happened. I was looking at it and I was like, what the? And I looked around because everything was dark. And then a hand appeared holding it, and I looked up, and there was a spooky ghost. And I went, whoa, and something else happened. I can't remember, but I was like, oh, that could work in a movie, actually.
Oh.
I can just see the reviews coming through. Sham horror film tries to scare people with coffee.
You know what? I feel like it's an untapped spooky market.
That was great. That was absolutely great, dude. You're getting a thumbs up for that. You're getting a thumbs up, and I'm going to put the link in the chat. Chat, please go give this video some love. Go watch it. Go stick a big fat like on it. Because that was great. Or if you want to watch it later, just put it in your, watch laters, and please go watch it later. That was wonderful. Round of applause. Seal of approval. Right, I'm going to need to change my audio back to the proper audio setting. Now, there we go. We're back on the proper audio setting. There you go. I love it. I love it. I love it when people... I love it. I loves it. I'm going to put a comment as well for the algorithm gods. I loves it. Oosh. That's great. I love the creativity of people. I love it. Stuff like that's fantastic. It's transformative and it's funny. That's exactly what we like to see. So thank you. Who was that? Let's see. That was True Pop Culture 7. Thank you, dude. That was fantastic. Grim Sayer with a 10 Australian says, "Don't forget about Hydra Cap." Oh well, yeah. I mean, the current Captain America, the actual true Captain America in the comics at the moment, is a Hydra agent. David Bowser with a 5 American says the dead in the MCU are the lucky. Oh wait, they resurrected Black Widow just to ruin her character. No one is safe. Yeah, they resurrected Black Widow just so they could make her moody and unlikable and stupid and indestructible. Air conditioning makes you weak, according to One Punch Man. That's okay. I'm not looking to fight One Punch Man anytime soon. Lord of Malice with a $50 super chat says, since Mauler mentioned it, there is a theory that people in the West have hit peak intelligence and are now decreasing. There has been an average decrease of 0.2 IQ points in each of those born after 1975. Might explain the lack of creativity seen today. I don't know. I think you take away social media. Oh my God, it's so hot in here. I think you take away social media and brain cells start returning to people. I can guarantee it. Ah, that's what I like to see. Water in my mouth, because later it's gonna come out as pee. Daniel with a $10 says, what date did comics stop giving us villains that were villains and heroes that were heroes? I think it was nearly in the early 2000s when they noticed most stories were just amoral heroes fighting each other. Well, when you lose that morality, when you lose that ability to understand what makes a character heroic, then you can only write from your perspective. And if and that's why we just see a bunch of nowadays. You'll notice that a lot of the villains are portrayed as the sympathetic character, the villains, and the heroes are just bullies. They're just bullies throwing their weight around, yada yada yada. Get them out of the industry. Look at the... I'm not dabbing. I'm rubbing it. I'm rubbing it all over my fucking face. Rubbing it. Rubbing it. Rubbing it. Dabbing. 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 Yeah. Fuck dabbing. Dabbing's for pussies. Quantum Ranger power. Yes, I said that correctly. With a $5 says, people argue that the male equivalent level of sexualization would need zooming on their crotch and or having a visible bulge. Shirtless doesn't count. That don't make a lot of sense. But there again, why try and make sense out of stupidity anyway? No, I ain't even getting involved in that one. Shut up. Bring back tits. Bring back tits and shut the fuck up. Not you, just the people who are trying to ban tits. Okay, just rip the skin off your face as. Yes! Fucking... Irish John with a $5 says, nice to see Mauler coming back. I know. It's lovely. Daniel for a $5 says, Mauler is right. I performed a little experiment after The Force Awakens. I asked co-workers the name of the main character, and no one knew it was Rey. Well, it's kind of like The Phantom Menace as well. The Phantom Menace doesn't have an outstanding protagonist, does it? Either. Boobies. Nerdy Girl Crates with a $5 says, this timeline is bullshit. It's just an excuse to have characters appear in the future without having to explain why they weren't there before. If that's a Loki business, the whole thing was just bullshit. It was just to bring in a fucking another vagina. That's it. Here's another vagina. This vagina is better than your vagina. No. Solitary Gamer with a $20 says, Disney is giving Disney Plus away with Verizon. Just upgraded my Verizon account and it's included with no expiration date. That should tell you everything. They have to give it away, and that will count as a number. You will now count as a paying customer of Disney Plus. FYI. How are we doing for time? Oh shit! I gotta push this on. I gotta push this. Legalize shock collar wife training. I'm all for this. With a £5 says, interesting how both Doctor Who and Marvel made their subversive infiltration, shape-shifting aliens into innocent refugees, Zygons, and the Skrulls. Yes. Joe Nerderhole with a $5 says, Mauler joked earlier about seeing Master Chief's face, but the Game Informer website actually had an article a few days ago discussing exactly that. Well, I don't game websites. No. Gonzalo Bagali with a 75 use. I thought Avengers. I thought Avenger was Danvers' call sign, not the plane. I don't know. I never watched the film. Don't ever intend to. JBit89 with a $25 super chat. Thank you. Kate Herron will not be returning for Loki season 2. Oh, and she said Loki season 2 was never part of the plan. Oh, no shit. Although I'm a girls and a TH fan, I hate what they did to Loki. Tom Hiddleston fan, I imagine that is. I hate what they did to Loki and are doing to strong male characters. Yeah, I like Tom Hiddleston a lot. I think Tom Hiddleston's great. I think he's a really good actor. I think he's got a ton of charisma. That's why Loki was such a popular character, is you know, down a lot to the portrayal of him by Tom Hiddleston. The women loved him, you know, just from an objective viewpoint. He played him exceedingly well, exceedingly nasty, cheeky. The redemption stuff was wonderful. And then this series is just annihilated everything. And yes, they are afraid of male characters because they're afraid of testosterone and they're afraid of masculinity. And so they have to call masculinity toxic because they just want everyone to be estrogen soaked and crying all the time. Judy Hobbs with a £5. Anyone remember the Wolverine story where the kid gets powers that murder his whole town? So Logan has to go in and slay the infant to stop mutie hate. Wow. That sounds dark as fuck. I'd love to read that. That sounds cool as fuck, man. Daniel Jenkins with a $5 says, we need just some guy on EFAP going over a Lord of the Rings video. Oh, I concur. I absolutely concur. I think it's meant to be Straggler, but they've changed obviously the A to an X, so it's the Straxgler. With a $5 says, just some guy on EFAP when? Exactly. Bones 8 with a $50 super chat says, hail as Nerdrotic, just some guy on Mauler. I'm just lurking. Oh, you lurk away, dear boy. Sean McD with a $5. Do you know anything about the upcoming Alien show by Disney? Isn't that under dispute, contract dispute or something? Or is that just Predator? Oh, no, that's Predator. Yeah, apparently it's going to be about politics, about class politics and how white-collar people send blue-collar people to die. Isn't that going to be fun? Gary Gisclair with a $20, thank you, says, you guys danced around the metaphor and I've been waiting for you to say it. New writers have taken the armor of the previous writers and bastardized it for their own means, like our new stunning and brave characters. I just think they're showing absolutely zero respect. Just no respect. They don't care. They just want to put what they want to put on it. I'm a this, therefore this character must be a this because I can't relate to a this unless this is exactly like I am. Well, maybe that's why everything's fucking broken and mentally retarded. Mr. Buttcrack Media with a $1 50 Canadian phallic. What? You got one of them. Rambam 3000 with a £1.50 phallic unicorn. Oh, haven't had one of those up me for a while. ORJ with a £2. Black Widow makes Aquaman look like a masterpiece. I haven't even seen Aquaman, so these films just all look so naff to me, and I've just got too much cancer with all the other shit I have to watch on TV. Other people have to take these hits. They have to take these hits for me. Look, I got fluff on my face. Casperius with a $5. I picked Cumberbatch as Doctor Who and David Tennant as the Master to flip things, and because Tennant does villainy good. Yeah, I thought he was good as Kilgrave. I enjoyed his Kilgrave. As for the voice blind auditions, Eric K with a $2. Damian Lewis, perfect doctor, and a ginger. Why not? That's not a bad choice. Night King 01 with a $2. Hugh Laurie for the doctor. Not a bad choice. Luke with a £20 super chat. Alec Guinness, I think it was Guinness. Alec Guinness as the doctor. David Prowse as the master behind a mask. Voiced by James Earl Jones. Wait a minute. That's Star Trek. Sci-Fi George with a $5 says Henry Cavill as the Doctor and Idris Elba as the Master. First episode shows the Doctor save a planet the Master tried to blow up. End of episode shows that it's Krypton. Oh my God! Edward Morris with a $5. The ginger guy from Peter Rabbit as the Doctor is a popular fan caster right now, apparently. There's a whole fan-made audio project using his likeness. Yeah. Brightest Day with a $2. I feel your pain, just some guy. Gunpla aren't cheap. No, but just some guy will be in Hot Toys in 45 minutes time thinking about what to buy. 200 Watt Studios with a $2 super chat says just some guy who hasn't drilled a hole in their wall. Okay. Plague Doctor with a $5 says, hey, all me boys, thoughts on Spider-Man No Way Home, flop or nah? Curious your thoughts. Love you all. I just got a feeling. I think it's going to be liked, inverted commas, because of the cameos. Like, if Tobey Maguire is in it, then people will be like, oh, it's so good. It was so good. Tobey Maguire was in it. It's so good. It's so good. But I got a feeling that if you step away from it, I have a feeling that it's just going to be a big fat mess of a movie. A big fat mess of a movie. So I don't know. We'll see. There's a lot of glory holes. Oh, ladies. Let's see what happens if I. Okay. Tyrannus Cygnus with a $5 says, by chance, has anyone checked out the comic book / rock opera Transitus? No, never heard of it. Sorry, dude. Darth Starweaver with a $5. Hey, I'm writing an original sci-fi story similar to Real Trek called Star Quest. I'm so sick of Trek now. I think you could probably think of a better name. Really, just really separate it. Separate it in terms of name and just go for it, dude. Go for it with your imagination. Go for it with your imagination. Think of all the things that can be done. I fucking whatever with a $10 says just some guy. I don't get notifications for your videos anymore. Methinks since you so eloquently and intelligently speak the language of common sense, YouTube is pulling the shenanigans. Oh my God. As.exe is crashed. Oh, Gideon Larson with a $20. Thank you, Gideon. As has Maul ever discussed with you? Me high cheek sent me high. No, but I shall ask him. I'm on EFAP again this Saturday, by the way. I'm on EFAP again this Saturday. So I will ask Mauler then about me cheek sent me high. WG, how you doing, dude? With a $20 super chat. Thank you. Since who is a pronoun and the doctor prefers to be called who rather than a he/her, is the doctor woke? Could the doctor transition to Doctor Whom? And yes, I have the keys to the liquor cabinet. And it's happy hour. Cheers, boys. I think, I mean, yeah, we all know it's just part of the mystery. It's not a pronoun thing. It's just the mystery. What's their name? What's he? What's he really called? Who knows? It's Doctor Who'sies. The Borad with a $10 says, the day your AC unit comes, it will drop to 0 degrees. Hold on, let me check if there is an update on when it's arriving. No, it's just still arriving today before 10 p.m. So, oh God, I gotta really smack through the rest of these because we're at 20 past. Oh my God. Aitken with a $8 Australian dollar. For my reference, when anyone asks me about Black Widow, 37 minutes, 30 second sequence is why I get thrust out of the movie. She's not superpowered anything. Correct. I take it is that when she bounces off the fucking walls and then lands on her feet? Yeah, get the fuck out of here. That was so stupid. Strikers X24 with a $10. Here's $10 to buy Batwoman Season 1 and put it in your Hall of Fame of fun bad shows. It's not fun. It's not fun. I'm gonna take that tenner and I'm gonna buy a fucking Lego with it. It's not fun. It's the furthest thing from fun there can be. Thank you for the super chat. John Miller with a $5 says, Ku Klux Klan trending on Twitter. Great. Push fake narrative about SB3/E Texas bill prohibiting CTR. It's literally a lie. No mention of KKK or MLK. Okay. Stony D with a $5. Intersectional WandaVision, Black Falcon, and White Wolf. Loki. What's Hawkeye going to tackle? Kate Bishop being way better than him. The toxic patriarchy of loving fathers. Hawkeye's going to get killed. And Kate Bishop's going to take over as Hawkeye. That's how that's going to work. Melina with a 10 Canadian says Loki had more estrogen flowing through him than I do. I know Tom Hiddleston is a self-professed male feminist. Oh, God, Jesus Christ. I always hoped that was for PR. Yes. Apparently, he helped write some scenes, where he cried, including the kiss. Oh, Jesus Christ. I'll take it all back about Tom now. Katina Martin with a $5 says, "Hello, Gary. I remember you talking about a bust." Sup? Oh, or statue of Batman or Superman at your old shop. Would Brian sell it to you or not interested? Yeah, Gary had two big life-size statues at his old shop. He had a Superman and he had a Iron Man. That Iron Man looked great as well. I don't know if Brian would sell them, but I don't know. We'll see. I mean, it would be great if Gary got the Iron Man back, I think. Das Pooch with a $10 says, follow up on my Babylon 5 chat for Just Some Guy. Talia's gift from Jason was replaced with Lita's modification by the Vorlons. Talia's personality backup by Kosh would have brought her back if the actress had stayed. She was too popular. Thea Sundown with a $3 says, Captain America 350 was awesome to read as a kid. Obsidian Motion with a £20 super chat says, over 5 hours. Yes, we did. Mauler must be here. Love you as Gary, just some guy, and the long man. And the long man. Bumpo Slump with a $2. Dude, what about Spider-Man Sins Past? I ain't read that. I'm a DC, not a Marvel guy. Black Tiger 0112 Canadian. Death in the Family was the first book I ever bought. Nice. Now that brought us up to date with the super chats from last night. Well done, us. Thank you. There have been some sneaky, naughty super chats today while I've been doing a super chat square up, which is naughty, folks, by the way. Should not do that. Naughty, naughty, naughty. So here we go with those, and we should be done for half-past. So I'm going to smash through these. Luke with a £1.50 phallic. What? Dog. Kilted Cajun with a $1.50 phallic. What? Dog. Yeah, this is the stream where you just meant to sit back and just chill and just you know, just don't be nice, you know. But you're too nice. The Craig Lee Lawrence Experience with a $5 says, "You're a cool guy, Az. Much gratitude to your attitude." Oh, I like that. Ooh. Much gratitude to your attitude. No, I can't rap. I'm too white. Will I Am Bo with a $5 says, "First dono here after your comic book review." Bing. Thank you. Polymeminian, how you doing, sweetie pie? With a $5 says, "I still haven't received your Batman picture. Parcel Force says it was sent back, but our mail service can't find it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for all the work you put into it. I'm sorry about that." I was really looking forward to that. That looked great as well. That was going to go there. That was going to go there. That's where that was going to go. The Grizzly with a $5 says, "Do you play Age of Sigma or 40k for your Warhammer? Have you seen the new edition for Age of Sigma? The new orc models are really cool." No. Well, yes and no. I've seen a little bit, but I haven't like really looked into it. I play 40k. I'm a 40k guy. Do better, Az. Okay, sorry. You're not white. Dude, look at that. If I get any whiter, I'm going to be fucking translucent. Come on. Zen Zander with a $2 says, "Hey, Az, still spinning batons as a hobby?" Yeah, obviously. That's some deep lore, right? That's a deep lore cut right there. Willow Wookie with a $5 says, "Erin Grey is gorgeous. I will throw Marky Post from the Fall Guy into the ring." Oh, hell yeah. But, oh, God, Erin Grey just makes me want to fall to my knees and thank God I'm a man, is what I was going to say. Clifton 3D with a €2 phallic. What? Swinging card. Here we go. Is this 1 out of 2? And both of these super chats are for $20 each. So thank you so much indeed, Swinging Card. An editorial code is necessary. Yes, the main current reader is 40-year-old men, pretty much, which is sustainable for a time, assuming content worthwhile to read long term. The most likely buyer for comics is 18 to 13-year-olds for growth. Well, I would say it's fathers or mothers, but mostly fathers. Let's just be honest, trying to get their kids into comics, giving them their old stuff to read, giving their old stuff to love, seeing if they pick it up, seeing if they like it. But Gary was telling a story the other day about how his yeah, that's my alarm for the hot toys. Okay, we're a little bit behind, but we're okay. We're okay. Gary's telling a story about how his son's friends, they don't collect comics, they're not interested in comics, But they buy manga. So, you know, I think before we even get to any sort of a code or an age range or whatever, you need to identify what people are going to read. That is the very first thing that needs to be identified. What do people want to read? And it ain't coming from the West. It ain't coming from the West, and it's not going to come from the West. You saw the picture, dude. You were in the stream yesterday. You saw the picture. That's what we're fighting against. Do you think any fucking male kid wants to read what those fucking cat piss stinking bitches want to throw out? No. No. In my opinion. Part 2. Assuming you purge the SJWs, assuming you cure cancer, most people get hooked on comics in the 18 to 13 range. And you hook them by writing adult stories. Oh, I definitely agree with that. Tone to that range. Also, forces creativity from the creators to accomplish. Excuse me. Basically, you're saying they need to get back to what they used to do. But you don't need the Comic Code Authority for that. You don't need the Comic Code Authority for that. When I started picking up comics, as his aircon arrives, heatwave ends. I know. And I'm going to be there in my office just freezing. Why are you cold, Az? Because I got my air conditioning on. Why? It's freezing. I'm getting my money's worth. But getting these people out of the industry, dude, like I said, like you're fighting cancer. You're fighting cancer with that. They ain't wanting to go anywhere. And we're wanting the whole lot to be fucking cut out. Joseph Bynewicks, maybe. That is terrible, but no. Bynevich with a $2 says, it's Menopause Widow Resurrected. One Suit Senpai with a $20 super chat as well. Thank you. I'll be honest, big teats and attractive women could save a lot of poor stories. Only ugly chick to have a good story is Yu Hakihosh Grandma. Do you know any ugly ladies who are badass? No. It's a visual medium, you know. Sure, you can have a quirky character here or there. It's a visual medium. So you really, when you're, you know, seeing the dudes, you want handsome dudes, buff dudes doing buff masculine stuff that appeals to a man. Kel Surprise. And when you're looking at the female characters, you're wanting a smart, sexy, capable woman. A woman that you can get on board with, but a woman that, again, is pleasing to you. There is this ridiculous, you know, we have this whole male gaze bullshit right now. Oh, it panders to the male gaze. There's nothing wrong with that, because for it to merge into reality, it means you can't distinguish between reality and fantasy. I've been, you know, collecting comics for 29 years. Next year would be the 30th year. I have read stories with beautiful women coming out of the wazoo. Has that made me treat, you know, yeah, I can joke around on the internet and all that sort of stuff. But in reality, you know, if I'm meeting somebody in real life, has that changed the way that I talk to them, view them? No. because there's a difference between the reality of life and the fantasy of life. That's why we have these things called sexual fantasies, where we create the uber woman or the uber man, depending on what you're into, because there's only two sexes. You create the uber woman or the uber man in your head. You know, what do you like about a woman? What color hair do you like? Eyes do you like? Facial features do you like? Bust size, hips, legs length. You know, all of those things. They all come into play in a fantasy element. When you go out into the real world, you know, sure, you could be attracted to that brunette, that you know, let's say petite brunette, yada yada yada, that you're sort of into, but they're never gonna hit every button of the sexual fantasy. There's nothing wrong with experiencing, living out a fantasy element. In actual fact, it's very healthy. Doesn't keep it bottled up inside. It stimulates your brain. It stimulates you. The people who wanna censor this, these sensorial people that want to stop all this, they're the ones who are fucked in the head. They're the ones who have the problems. They're the ones who need to be in fucking therapy. Sat down and, let's just be honest, probably taken out around the back and two in the head and one in the chest. You know, yeah, you know what I'm saying. You know, or maybe just taken to the doctors and fucking have the neutered so they can't fucking ever have children. You know. Jeez, man. There's a difference between reality and fantasy, and these fucking knob jockeys can't tell the difference. So that was One Suit Senpai. Def81 with a £1 super chat. No message, but thank you. Joe Desomo, maybe, with a $10 super sticker of a laughing lemon. Archangelo of War with a $5. You were talking about how bad Ray Winston accents were a few weeks back on Friday Night Tights. And there's an Esquire article saying he has the worst accents. There you go. The Fixer, 1 with a £2 says, are you prepping for a duet with Dan Vask? You know, I'm not saying never say never, but, you know, never say never. Magoli, 67 with a 5,000 KRWs. No idea what they are, but 5,000 of them sounds amazing. Can't decide if you are a Myth Adventures character or Sargon's brother by another mother. Clear it up, boy chick. Well, I have appeared on a stream with Sargon of Akkad to prove that we are different people. Okay? So, yeah, I think it was a... whose stream was it? It was like a Midnight's Edge or something like that. But yes, we have appeared on the same stream at the same time. A Polyme Minion with a $5 says, I will have to make you another. If you have the time, that would be amazing and I would love it. But I know you're a trucker and you work damn hard. So don't give up your free time for me if you want to, you know, if you got stuff you need to do. And then Athenan with a $50 super chat says, take my money and like it. I'll see you on Hot Toys. What? And there we go, folks. There we go. The Real BBC Super Chat Square Up comes to an end. I'm going to be back in 20 minutes with What Toys. So I've got 20 minutes to go grab myself a quick drink, crack one at... I mean, where am I? So massive thank you. First of all, an apology. At the end of last stream, I was so hot and flustered, I forgot to thank my mods. So, mods, I am so sorry that I forgot to thank you yesterday for your unbelievably awesome work. Please accept my apology. I love you. You do great stuff. Mwah, 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 all the kissies. Many thanks to absolutely everybody who watched yesterday's stream and today's stream, who super chatted and support the channel. I can't thank you enough. I legitimately can't thank you enough for that. I would say I'll be back with some more stuff very soon. I will be back in 20 minutes, live on air, with Robert Meyer Burnett as we discuss the Hot Toys. So until then, you take care. Bye for now.